Distan. We're now on Yudches Amud Beis, and we're quoting a Mishnah which is on Daf Mem Aleph Amud Aleph. So we're on Yudches Amud Beis. Shomeres Yavam. Okay, we have a case of Ruvain, Shimon, and Levi, three brothers, and Rachel and Leah, two sisters. Now, in this particular scenario, what happens is that Levi is married to Rachel. Okay, then? So we have Ruvain, Shimon, and Levi, and we have Rachel and Leah. Levi is married to Rachel, one of the two sisters, and he dies without children. Rachel now falls for Yibum in front of Ruvain and Shimon. Okay, fine. Now, we have a problem for both Ruvain and Shimon because Ruvain... No, I'm sorry. We have a problem of Yibum for one of these two brothers because he's married to Rachel, and therefore Leah is Achos Ishto. Okay, he changes the names here. That's what gets us a little confused. Okay, he's got here Rachel falls for Yibum in front of Reuven and Shimon after the death of Levi. And Shomeres Yavam Shekidesh Achiv Es Achosa. So now Reuven is a brother to Shimon. And Reuven was married to Leah. Leah is the sister of Rachel. So that now when Levi, who married Rachel, dies, and Rachel falls for Yibum to Reuven and Shimon, Reuven is married to Leah, the sister of Rachel. Now it seems like in this case, and we'll talk about this later on, the marriage between Shimon and Leah took place after the Zika of Yibum to Rachel. So Mishum Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira Omru, Omrim Lo. Now again, Reuven was Mekadesh Leah. So right now there's only Kedusha. He has not yet consummated the marriage with Nesui. So we turn to Reuven and we say Hamten. Don't take Leah into your chuppah and implement Nesui. Let's wait. We're waiting for Shimon to do a maisa. As far as Shimon is concerned, Rachel, the Almana of Levi, falls for Yibum to Shimon. There's no problem for Shimon to be miyabim. Rachel, Eshes Levi. Now, at that very moment that Shimon implements either Yibum or Chalitza vis-a-vis Rachel, Eshes, Reuven, then at that point the Zika is completely gone. And if that be the case, then Reuven can now consummate his marriage with Leah, right? We said that Reuven was Mekadesh Leah. But we were holding off because right now, at this point, there's a Zika relationship. So that he can't be married to both sisters. But once Shimon steps up to the plate, he does whatever he does to Rachel Eshes Reuven, either Yibum or Chalitza. He removes that Zika. Once he removes that Zika, now the coast is clear for Ruvain to consummate his marriage with Rachel. The Omar Shmuel halacha k'Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira. So we see that Rabbi Yehuda, that Shmuel is holding a zika, and that's why Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira says hamten. Right now, your situation, Ruvain, is such that you cannot consummate your marriage with Rachel. I'm sorry, consummate your marriage with Leah. Why? Because since Rachel is kuka liyibum and yesh zika, then Leah is to you achos. She is to you an achos ishta, by virtue of zika. Amalei. So if Yosef says to Abaye, Te'i derav mai. Now we said that this statement that Shmuel paskin talochik Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira. Just 1 second. Where's Rav over here? Just 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. So he says, Ha de Rav Yehuda de Shmuel he. So either Rav Mai. How do you know that it's based on Shmuel? Maybe it could have been Rav. And it's possible that it was Rav who said Yesh Zika. So the Gemara answers that if so, it would be Kasha de Rav had Rav. Because Rav Yehuna had said in the name of Rav, if you recall, at the beginning of Amud Aleph, that Shomer's Yovam Shemesa Mutter Be'ima. That after the Yevamot dies, he can marry her mother, which means that Rav is holding, that was Rav Huna in the name of Rav, Ein Zika. That's why he can marry the mother of his Yevamot after the Yevamot dies. So now you're going to tell me that Rav holds Halacha Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira, meaning Yesh Zika, but Rav himself holds Ein Zika. So by process of elimination, it must be Shmuel who paskin like Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira. Could have been Rav. So the Gemara says, is that really a valid question? Dilma Amorayninu Baliba de Rav. Maybe Rav Huda holds according to Rav Ein Zika, but Rav Yehuda holds that according to Rav Yesh Zika. And the Gemara answers, Kevan de Itmar Mishmei de Shmuel Beheja. In other words, the Talmud of Shmuel is telling us explicitly that he heard from Shmuel Yesh Zika, Umishmei de Rav Kamoroi. And as far as Rav is concerned, we have an issue about what Rav held. Rav Huda was the one who said in the name of Rav Ein Zika, Lo Shavkinan Mishmei de Shmuel Beheja Umukminin Kamoroi Al Liba de Rav. We're not going to leave out, so to speak, the understanding that according to Rav Yehuda, in the name of Shmuel, that is explicit. Rav Yehuda says in the name of Shmuel, and then start with a machlokas amoraim aliba derav. It's not the way we want to do it because we have an explicit quote of Shmuel. Now the Gemara is going to bring Rav Svid, Omar of Kahana. Amrisa l'shmaita kamid Rav Svid minarda. I said over this sugya of Rav Yehuda in the name of Shmuel to Rav Svid. Amar li, he said to me that atun hachi masnisala. Okay, that's the way you learned it. The words of Rav Yehuda, and he doesn't say explicitly who would prohibit the mother of the Shomer Yavam? Anan behejem asnisa. we have an explicit quote, Omer of Yehuda Shmuel, Shomeres Yovam Shemesa, Asur Be'ima, which is based on Zika. Alma Kasavar Yesh Zika. So we know explicitly that Rabbi Yehuda holds Yesh Zika. V'yaz l'Shmuel Tamei, the Amar Shmuel, Loch Rabbi Yehuda Ben Beseira. Right? Rabbi Yehuda Ben Beseira says, Hamtein. Hamtein means, wait in the backgrounds. We're not going to allow you to consummate your marriage with Leah because we have to see first what Shimon is going to do with Rachel. And that halacha, which Shmuel accepts, Rabbi Yehuda Ben Beseira, is based on Yesh Zika, Utzrichi. And now we need two statements in the name of Shmuel. And we cannot learn one from the other. The Iyashminon, if Shmuel would have told me only the din of Shomeres Yom Shemesa Asur Be'ima, which means Yesh Zika, Havamina Hanimili Bechat, that only applies if there's one brother. So if there's one brother, then the Zika is clearly directed towards that one single brother. I'll betray if there are two Yevamim, meaning two brothers, maybe we wouldn't say Yesh Zika, because we don't know how to direct the Zika to one particular brother. Kamash Malan, now Shmuel Paskins, like Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira of Yesh Zika, because Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira's scenario is Shnei Yevamim, right? There was both Reuven and Shimon. The Iyashminin ha'alocha Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira, Hava Mina, Hani Mili Michayim. That's only as long as the Yevama is alive. Avaliyacha Misa Pakala Zika. Kamash Malan to Zika B'chtilo Paka, which means that he, the Yavam, is not allowed to marry the relatives of his Yevama even after her death. And this leads us to the Mishnah here in the middle of Daf Yud Ches Amid Beis.